What's going on all? Thanks for tuning in once again. Let's talk Fulton against Inoue. After the fight recap. Listen, I wasn't surprised at all. I didn't mention in my breakdown or my live stream that Inoue would win by knockout, by stoppage. I said that. I also mentioned him hitting him with a straight shot, which was going to be the shot that hurts him. And that's exactly what happened. He was doing it all night. He was hitting him with the straight jab to the body. And, as I said, as slick as Fulton is, there's a big body to be hit. Those body shots were definitely getting targeted, throughout the whole fight. We saw Inoue throwing combinations. We saw him throwing, very effective jabs to the body. He managed to establish his jab before Fulton, even though Fulton was the taller fighter, And Inoue, he showed that he was quicker. He was obviously, had the more power. And his foot placement was better than Fulton's. Fulton basically had a wide stance, you could say. His feet were wide apart. His whole strategy was to try to tag Inoue and then jump on the back foot, or move to the back foot, allowing distance, but he wasn't expecting Inoue to be so fast on his feet. Inoue was able to cut off Fulton multiple times, press him against the ropes and let his hands go. Once he had him at mid-range, then, was basically Inoue's fight. So Fulton, he couldn't really find any rhythm in this fight. He tried on the back foot, then he realized, he wasn't really landing like he wanted to, so he tried coming forward, and, he paid the price. Inoue was faster. He was, like I say, getting him in the body. He was throwing big punches, mid-range shots. Like I say, Inoue is a guy that's close to 90% knockout ratio. He was hurting Fulton, that's without a doubt, and I believe that those body shots was slowing down Fulton. He would have been feeling those shots. You also got to consider that. So, Fulton starts coming forward, he starts getting tagged. Inoue is a guy that likes it when you come forward, because he knows that he doesn't need a lot to work with when he's trying to, get power. He can throw them at short range. And that's exactly what happened, with the straight shot. He got Fulton to the body with his dominant jab, and then he managed to hit him flush with a straight shot to the head. And because, he already knew that he could cut off the ring, he could corner Fulton if he wanted to. Once he got him hurt, he was celebrating. He got him hurt, he put him on the canvas, and then he starts, jumping on the top of the ring, saying I won the fight, basically. Fulton gets up, Inoue finishes the job again, presses him to the ropes and gets the KO. So, it was a very great fight for Inoue. It was one that I was definitely expecting. I was expecting a knockout. I just, had a feeling that Fulton couldn't handle the power, and he couldn't. That was a clear example in this fight. He couldn't keep up with Inoue's pace. Like I say, those body shots, those jabs and those combinations to the body, You know, those power shots really slow you down, you know, and I believe that's what happened in this case. In a way, his foot speed was just far more superior, his hand speed, and, you know, he was the guy that was going up in weight. Although Fulton was the defending champion, Inoue definitely looked like the defending champion in this fight. So, I mean, great performance. Definitely put Inoue on the map. You know, a lot of people thought that Fulton would win. It was basically a 50-50 draw. And after this fight, now we have a lot of people talking about Inoue and the pound for pound, you know, discussions. They're talking about him fighting multiple other top level fighters, you know, but I mean, Inoue's still got to finish business in 122 before he moves up. You know, in my opinion, he's going to try to get undisputed at 122 as well. You know, this is the 4-belt era. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for undisputed at 122 at first and then possibly going up in weight again. You know, I also mentioned that Inoue wouldn't have a problem going up in weight. You know, this is the 4th time that he's gone up and won a title, you know, so he's had basically 4 titles at 4 different divisions, you know, 4 different weight classes, you could say. So, I mean, and it didn't look like he was, you know, like he struggled at that weight, you know. Like I said, it looks like he was the defending champion. So, I mean, I see him going up again in weights after he gets undisputed at 122. I believe that he will do it. And, I mean, for sure, you know, his name's got to be mentioned now, you know, after a performance like that against the champion. And not only was he the champion, he was also ranked number 1 with the ESPN. You know, he was never ranked number 1 at 122. So, I mean, he was the best in the division at the time. The only thing that I did question about Fulton was his inactivity. You know, he was out of the ring for about a year, I would say. And, I mean, that's a no-no. You know, that showed on the night. You know, it looked like he was inactive. You know, it looked like he had no answers. It looked like he didn't know what to do with it in a way. You know, it seemed like he was, you know, just basically seeing if he could handle the power, and he couldn't really establish a game plan of his own. Inoue was far too dominant, definitely controlled the fight, and, you know, the decision says it all. The scorecard said it all. You know, it was a very one-sided dominant fight. Big props to Inoue. You know, you got to slide him in the pound for pound list now. And I look forward to the comments. You know, like I say, I wasn't expecting anything else but a KO from Inoue. And once again, you know, I got the right outcome. Leave your take on it. We got the Spence Crawford coming up. Hope to do a breakdown on that again. Unfortunately, I probably won't go live, but, you know, I'll definitely try to do a breakdown. Make sure to tune in, leave your take on that as well. Appreciate your time. If you're new, hit the red button. Most importantly, look forward to the comments. Peace. Have a good one. Take care.